beautiful shines, it's Michelle here, and I am so excited to share with you guys my reveal. So, as you know, or probably know if you've been watching my channel for any time, I get involved in the Mystery Yarn Challenge that Lori the Armchair Chef holds. Here is the non-door side. Here's the link to the playlist by Lori the Armchair Chef for everything that's in June. And you can see people's unboxings if you would like to watch them. And as different people put out videos of what they've done, they go up in there. Some people don't have channels, and so they don't do a video revealing what they have. But Lori takes even the ones that we do, and she does a reveal kind of thing where it's like a slideshow of what everybody's done, and that's one of my favorite ones to watch. Just I love seeing what everybody's made. And so yeah, I also decided to make my own playlist for all the times I've participated. So if you ever want to see any of the things that I've made that have to do with the Mystery Yarn channel, they'll also be up here. And last month, I made a cute little car for my grandson. I followed a pattern because it was his birthday. Well, I'm recording this on June 15th, and my granddaughter's birthday is in July. And so this time I made something for her. But the really fun thing about this time is I did not use a pattern at all. I just made it up on the fly. There is a little bit of knitting. There's a little bit of crocheting. I'm wrong. I did use part of a pattern for a part of it. I will let you know when we get there. And so I just heard my phone go off, and I need to silence that before I end up with more notifications. Okay, so here she is. It is the most adorable little octopus. So the yarns that I have were this gray. Somebody said it's probably called a boucle yarn, and I think they might be right. It's a yarn that one of the strands is really loose, so as somebody else also told me, well, the same person I believe said that Crystal at Bag O' Day yarn, she calls it the one with the bumps, so it is the bump yarn. So this gray that I used to make the octopus was that kind of yarn, as well as the green. So I did follow a pattern. I am not going to share the pattern, because that pattern was so confusing and I was so lost, and I kind of made up my own thing. I got to a point where I thought it was really cute, where it had this kind of ruffly edge, and I was like, you know what? That's good enough for me, and I ended it. I will not recommend that pattern to anyone. So yeah, there was that. And then this blue part here was another kind of yarn that I had. And the blue and the gray and the green go really well with this yarn. So this blue part here, I actually knitted it. I will tell you exactly how I did that part. I cast on 3 stitches. I slipped one as if to knit and knit across. I turned it, I slipped one as if to knit and knit across. So it's a garter stitch where the first stitch of every row was slipped as if to knit. And then I just did it. I liked how it kind of curls a little bit. I wish I would have done it just a little bit longer, but that's okay. It's still really adorable. And then the hat is crocheted. The octopus, I actually did the linked double crochet for around this, and the linked double crochet, I will link the pattern up here, or the tutorial for the straps that I make, and in that there is also a little section that's about the linked double crochet, so you can go watch that. A little adorable, saved you guys. his little mouth that I put on here, I guess it's a her, little mouth here, I actually used some of this yarn. I was hoping to get some of the pink yarn, but I couldn't find an end that had the pink, so it's this lighter blue that actually matches in with the hat really well. And then I knitted this. What I did was I got to a point where I did back loop onlys on my crochet. I put a stitch marker in and left the octopus unstuffed and unfinished to do the skirt because I didn't really want to try to work around a stuffed thing as I was knitting. And so I picked up the stitches and then I just kind of made it up as I went. I tried doing I don't know how well you can see it, I tried doing a twisted stitch, like little tiny cables, because I thought that was pretty fun. Like I said, I don't know how well they turned out on camera, but some of the rows look kind of cool and some of them don't. And then it just has this really fun little flare. And then I love how my octopi tentacles turned out, and they're pretty darn easy to make, but I just love how they naturally turn and stuff. So he's just really fun. She's just really, really, really cute. And I hope that my granddaughter loves her. Apparently, her favorite animal is currently an octopus, so she should love it. We'll see. And yeah, I just think they're adorable. I showed my kids this morning because I actually finished him this morning. And I took her, I keep saying him, it's a her. I took her out to show my kids, and most of them went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's an octopus. I don't know why they felt this great need to count the tentacles to make sure that I had 8, but I do have 8. They did end up slightly off center, but I think that just gives it charm and cuteness. And it was a really fun way to use the yarn. I did make something else. I will put a picture of it in here. I had somebody ask me to make a wasp decoy. And so I got a light brown yarn and then I decided to hold actually some of this gray with it. And I think it turned out looking pretty nice with the two colors together. I think it looks fairly on point for the color of a wasp nest, but I don't know. I sent it off to Mississippi, so hopefully it works. I don't know how well they work, but yeah. And I still have a lot of the gray left. Well, I still have pretty much all of, like a lot of it. Like this really didn't take a lot. I would say between the two things, I don't even know if I used a full skein of this gray. I can tell you I don't love crocheting with this kind of yarn, but I haven't tried knitting with it. And this stuff is really soft. It's a cotton. It's 100% cotton. It actually breaks really well. Like really well. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it like breaks pretty easy. So like if I do a magic loop, I have to be really careful when I'm tightening it. But I am thinking of I might try knitting with this and see how I like knitting with it. This gray yarn. So pretty cute, pretty fun. She's adorable. I really like her. I like how she turned out. I'm so proud of her. I think it's really fun to come up with my own patterns anyway. And I did that for a gnome that I made the first time I did a mystery yarn challenge. So this is what we got. Alrighty guys, remember to let your light shine through your creations and I will see you guys next time. Bye!